not necessarily a theme. It's like with Lebanon and Lebanon Part Two, which was Tears of,
Yes.
of Redemption. Um, obviously, if the guys give me that kind of Middle Eastern vibe with the music, that's where it where it heads me. That's what I'm saying when I hear the music and I go, what is this music telling me? The first thing it told me was, oh, Middle Eastern. All right, Middle
Oh,
Eastern. What can we write about? Oh, yeah.
it certainly have
Uh,
that vibe on the riff because it's got that half notes kind of thing. So you're kind of
yeah,
going into, that
yeah,
was one of my, it's one of my questions. So, I mean, this was 1986 or maybe earlier when you did Lebanon, but
yeah.
5 kids, if you like, from Sydney writing about a war on the other side of the world.
Well,
Is that
look,
the same
I'll
thing?
tell you a little bit of a story. I worked in a factory at the time, which had quite a few Lebanese people there.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was always hearing stories of the war back in Lebanon.
Mhm.
I think 82,
Yeah, well,
83,
something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And that's what fed me the idea. It was
Okay.
yeah. So
Cool.
yeah, when it comes to why is a five guys from Australia writing about
Yeah,
Lebanon,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
that
Well, that
influences
makes
from all
sense,
the people
and
around
then
us.
makes it
Yeah,
even more interesting, huh?
and yeah, and the song "Hatred" on "Psychology of Death" is exactly the same as well. In that same factory, we had a lot of Yugoslavs, and when their Yugoslav war, when it all
Oh,
split
yeah.
up to
3 countries.
Croatia and
Yeah.
and Serbia and everything, always hearing them fighting over this and fighting over that. So that's what hatred's all about. 1,000 years of hatred, a billion lives are
Oh,
lost.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically talking about, you know, um, that kind of hatred stems way back in history.
Yeah, it does.
And when we talk about multiculturalism in Australia, a lot of pure Australians say, look, you come to Australia for a new start. Don't bring your history.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a thing that's even today in Australia. There might be another song in that, whereas it's becoming a very big political issue at the moment. Is the immigration same around the world? England, all those countries are starting to think about their borders and what sort of people we're going to
Yeah.
who are we going to let into the
Well,
country?
it's the same
That
in
sort of
it's same
thing.
in Sweden. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I think it's everywhere. So, yeah, I also, so you kind of answered that question because the Tears of Redemption is like a follow-up, I understood. And so but
Yeah, so here's a redemption because we wrote Lebanon back in 1986, and then when we reformed Mortal Sin in 2004, and we were starting to record in 2006, I said to the guys, we need some kind of link to the past. There's been a big gap.
Mhm.
Let's write a song that will link us to the past and but still be kind of new. And I said, why don't we write a Lebanon Part Two? And they're like, okay, all right. And one of the guys, Nathan, had something which had that Middle Eastern kind of vibe, I said, mate, that is perfect. That's good. So the story carries on 20 years later. So the deaths that happened in the First World War, well, what I'm saying in the second song in Tears of Redemption is it's now a 20-year-old kid who's he obviously is now 20 years old. He's questioning his faith because he says, well, look, if there's a God, why were all my family killed?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So he renounces his faith and he doesn't want to be a Muslim anymore. He just doesn't believe in religion anymore. So that's kind of that was really good. And now we're thinking another 20 years later, do we write Lebanon 3? That's something that's in the back of my mind. I don't know whether the other guys will agree to it, but we'll see what happens.
So that's okay. So well, then I think you've already told me where you get ideas from or lyrics. It's that kind of stuff every day or news or
Yeah, mostly from TV, news,
yeah.
newspapers. Yeah.